You shudder in your sleep. The dreams are back. Jumbled images twist through your mind. Fantastic landscapes, horrible creatures. Then, for the first time, you hear a voice.
Greetings, Druid! I have come to bring you home! We have watched you carefully. For years, waiting for the right time to tell you the truth about your past. Now we need you here, for we face a crisis only someone of your ancestry can solve. I know you have many questions. I shall answer them all in time. But our need is urgent. You must decide now. Will you help us? Will you let us bring you to our world? Will you?
You see this world. You smell the air of this strange world. You feel yourself inexorably drawn. Drawn to a destiny that lies before you. To a time, to a place, to a world that you know deep down is somehow part of you. These thoughts pervade your mind, your very being, your every thought. The thoughts you cannot escape. This world is inside your head, your mind, your destiny, your faith.
And we're in the game! Welcome everybody to Druid, Daemons of the Mind? Is that what this thing is called? I'm not even totally sure how to pronounce that word. Daemons, demons, but I'll probably just go back and forth. It drops you straight in after a strange opening cutscene with odd scan lines in the footage. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. I was expecting some sort of main menu so I could give an intro, but I guess we're just in media res here. I'm assuming these are vicious monsters. It's lovely of them to not attack me right off the bat. Give me some time. I don't know that much about this game. Really, all I know about this going in is that the cover art is absolutely insane. We'll go into that later. Aside from that, I know that it's some sort of adventure RPG mesh and is playing through MS-DOS, which is why it looks and sounds like it does. Although for a DOS game, this looks pretty nice. I'm stunned and looking around, by the way. I'm going to try and move forward. You suddenly realize that this is the world you saw in your dreams. Is that chest hair or some sort of jewelry on my chest? Either way, it's a bit much. And that ass is chiseled. You know what, I'm always railing against overly revealing outfits being exclusively for women characters in video games. This is going a little towards fixing that. Druid, Daemons of the Mind is an action RPG/adventure game from 1995. It was developed by Synthetic Dimensions and published by Surtech for MS-DOS, with versions for Windows, PlayStation and the Sega Saturn appearing a little later, and only in Japan. I'm not totally sure how to pronounce this game's name, despite reading the word daemon in hundreds of trashy fantasy novels as an awkward nerd child. I'll just call it Druid from this point on, unless it calls for formality. I've covered Surtech before. They published Excalibur 2555 AD, another awkwardly named fantasy em-up from the late 90s that I made a video on a while back. They were an English company founded in the early 1980s, probably best known for the Wizardry series, a sprawling RPG franchise with at least 8 titles released between 1981 and 2001, as well as the tactical RPG Jagged Alliance games. I know them mainly from publishing Excalibur and the bizarre adventure game Armed and Delirious from 1997.
Granny, by trial and error, has to figure out the logic of the worlds and attempt to get her family back. The little thought is needed here, as not everything is as it seems.
They're dead. They went bankrupt in 2002. A new company called Surtech Entertainment Corp was founded in 2022 for rights reasons, but there's nothing development related there anymore. Synthetic Dimension was a game studio started in 1985 in the Midlands of England, which means I'll be attempting this accent if there's any interviews. It was founded by Kevin Bulmer and Kate Copestake as Dimension Creative Designs in a place called Solihull, which later moved to Wolverhampton and worked as an in-house developer for various publishers. They briefly went public on the stock exchange, then decided against it. Their last game was 1999's Iron Maiden-based rail shooter Ed Hunter, which I actually played once when I was like 9. I don't remember it being very good. Anyway, they mostly disappear from games after that, choosing instead to work more on animation and graphic design. After looking through a snapshot of their website circa 2008, it seems they were big into selling 3D posters. The company formally closed in 2012 after the tragic death of Kevin, who coincidentally illustrated some fighting fantasy books. I just released a video on a fighting fantasy game. This research has been full of pleasant little connections. According to MobyGames, they once won a Small Business of the Year award sponsored by Tarmac, which is just staggeringly British. I'm gonna try and talk to you. You look like some sort of zombified orc, but that doesn't mean you're not a cool guy. Nope. No, I'm hitting him in the face with an axe. Ow. There's no holding down, I just have to tap with the mouse really hard. And I seem to be able to target his feet or his head, depending on where my mouse is. We've figured out the combat, everyone. God, I'm good. I'm not really sure what the point of that was. They didn't say anything useful before they died. Like I said, I don't know the story of this game. This will all be new to both of us. I haven't done the research that will come later for the scripted bits. Before I say anything, I should say I do have a manual, a reference card, whatever that is, and a hint book that all came with this installer. We will be referring to them liberally as we go through, because I'm concerned that it apparently requires all of those things. Either that way or that way. Let's go down. A booming voice. That was extremely quick. There's a chance this is running at the wrong speed or something, but it doesn't look like it. A booming voice filled my mind. I don't know what else it said, but now we're in a room. I suppose this is where the adventure game aspect comes in, because I seem to be able to interact with some items on a table and a bookshelf and not much else. The door to the room is locked, apparently from the outside. It's time to put on my puzzle brain. It's very, very early in the morning when I'm recording this, and I've barely had my tea, so this might go badly. A Celtic miscellany. Oh god, this is the inventory screen, is it? It's an RPG, we've got stats. This is a very ugly screen. Highlight it and put it on my face to read it. It does need that. That's insane. Wait, can I actually read that? Or why do I have just a blob of slime? A white gemstone of a similar size and shape to the recess in your amulet. Then put that in. Nope, never mind. Oh god, Jesus, I'm learning the controls. That's some sort of Celtic cross. Don't know what that is either. Can't eat that. I wasn't trying, game. Within each man, there is a magic that passes away and back into the soil when he has spent his days upon this earth. So it is that this energy, this life magic, comes back to those born of the earth anew. Oh, they're hippies. Legacy of the druids, that might be important. 4 islands within the world of Navan. Sorry, that won't be funny to you if you're not Irish. Navan is a town in Ireland that I do not necessarily associate with whimsy and wonder. Each island a testament to its native element, and each druid upon each island the supreme master of the element's control. For Astor there is earth, for Curak there is fire, for Havnar there is water, and Lawson claims the air. To learn of the elements is to drink full of each man's well. Is there a key in one of these books, do we think? Rules of the common ground. I guess we're just getting all of this done. Welcome, brother. You are no longer dreaming, and at last, distant traveller, you are here. A test of mind, metal, and magic await before you leave this chamber, and then we shall see you on the other side. Are they not sure they isekaied the right guy? The poster shows a hand-drawn rendering of a magnificent oak, the most revered tree of the druids. Did that come up in one of the books? Is that true? One of these books must open some sort of secret passage. Ogham, Language of the Elders. Oh, we had to do a little bit of Ogham in primary school. I remember none of it. See your game manual for the text of this volume. Well, it's a good opportunity to go over to that, I suppose. A quick reference card to give the short summary of the game's commands is also available, which might be more useful than the manual, but I'm specifically looking for that book. Ah, Appendix 1, Ogham. That'll be useful to know. I don't remember if this is accurate. Like I said, it's been a long time since I did Ogham. Mainly it's for tombs. Calling it the Language of the Elders seems a bit grand. Ooh, there's starter hints as well. That's nice. Cursor up to the eyes of the gold figurine and left click. Your character reads the book. We intuited all of this. We're just that good at video games, even if they are ancient and from the 90s. Can I intuit how to leave? I'm worried already about how pixel hunty this might become, because some of these books only became activated when you really go over the minutiae of the spine. The door is locked from the outside. This might be where the video ends. Maybe I'm too stupid. Use your amulet to gain a majestic appreciation of all the Earth's powers. Maybe that's something we should be doing. Why do I even have an amulet? Why do I have more experience now than I did at the start? Use amulet on door. I don't even know if this is the amulet. I think it's just a random bit of stone we have. Oh, that is my amulet! I combined 2 items in my inventory. I'm not going to say how long I was just there for, because everybody will leave and be ashamed of watching me. Definitely wasn't more than 3 minutes of just looking at this screen wondering what I could do. I definitely didn't try and eat the white gemstone about 4 times. Wait, this is now changed to an exit sign. Has that just opened the door? If so, how and why?
At last! Welcome to Navan. I have been expecting you for some time.
Navan.
I see you found the secret of magic in our world. The amulet you wear. I wish we could have made it easier for you. Just given it to you. But you must come to an understanding of magic on your own. We would have it no other way for you. Ah, the sealed room was our little test. Forgive me, but we had to be sure of your abilities. You'll find out what's going on soon enough. Now follow me. There are people you should meet. I am Astor.
Oh, that was quick.
These are my brothers, Curak and Havnar.
I know you from the book.
Some time for this, to meet you. I know you have questions. That's all well and good, but allow us a moment to explain.
Why are you all so ripped? I guess I don't really know much about druids in general. Why do none of you have sleeves? It's a potent look, the sleeveless robe. It kind of makes it look like you're wearing some sort of novelty wraparound blanket. Or maybe John Cena in a movie where he plays a nun. Also, I'm sure it's just the dithering, but this one's robe looks a little bit like an old woman's curtains. Oh my god, that's long.
There are 4 of us, all told. We 3 here and our brother Lawson. We are all druids, members of ancient orders that date back many centuries. We draw power from the elements around us to magnify the natural abilities with which we are born. There is much we can do, things we can see, but something has happened.
I don't mean to be mean to the voice actors immediately upon appearing, because I'm just happy there is voice acting. It means less work for me. However, this sounds like when I do a joke voice. The druid version of Droopy Dog.
Something unexpected. Something we don't understand. Our brother Lawson has disappeared. For months we have not heard from him. We do not know what has happened to him or where he has gone. This is causing us great concern.
My brother and I will send each other a "how are you doing" message or a meme, usually, once every 6 to 8 months to make sure the other is still alive, and that is such a nice relationship to have.
This is why we brought you here, to search for Lawson. Seek him out, find out what has happened to him, and please, return him safely to our care, here on the common ground. Go now with our blessing.
Oh, am I out? I'm still holding my amulet. I was just holding that in my hands the whole time, like a lost little boy. We didn't have anything to say to them? This is not much of an RPG so far, is it? It's gotta be said. That's fine. We're a nameless, stoic, silent protagonist. We're like Gordon Freeman with a big double X.
You must be new here. Don't look like you're from the common ground of the islands. I would have recognised you. I'm Undine. I guard these chambers.
We can ask about these subjects. Never mind, there is dialogue. Just we were too intimidated by the muscle druids.
It's here that the druids of the islands meet with each other. The centre section, their meeting area, is off limits. If you want to know more, you ought to read a passage or two in the library. The islands of Caun, Rumi and Anelli. The people have a certain look about them. Of course, you could be from Ginnerix. I've never seen anyone from there. Then again, I don't know much about any of the islands anyway.
Well, why'd I bother asking you? Can I have your sword? I've never enjoyed using an axe in a video game. I very rarely play barbarians or big stereotypical warriors. Just doesn't really appeal to me that much. The main reason I'm playing this today is that I saw the front cover, and then I saw the other front covers. The original English front cover for this game is wonderfully terrible. I don't know which of the artists had a hand in this thing, but they were either having the best or worst day of their life. I saw that bulbous face and instantly went looking for the game files. As I did, I came across what might be my favourite example of variant covers of all time, just because I think it reveals so much about the regions they represent. Here's the English version once more. I believe this was for the UK and US markets. Now here's the German cover. Look at this thing. They've scrapped Faceboy entirely to focus on breasts and a knockoff Tim the Enchanter. It looks like a sci-fi game about space barbarians fighting a wizard. Finally, there's a Japanese cover from when the game was re-released for PlayStation, Windows and Sega Saturn by a studio called Koei. Now we're talking. Sexy anime druid. I have no idea what the hell that armor is meant to do in a fight, but he's pulling it off regardless. This bears about as little resemblance to the original big face man as the German goat wizard and breasty Conan, and it's so Japan. They actually replaced the character model in the Japanese versions, which is all the versions outside of the original DOS release, to more closely resemble their new cover art. I guess because the original model looked too much like his veins are full of Stella Artois and gravy. Anyway, that's all I've got for this block. I just feel like everyone needed to see those. I can exit this way or this way. I don't know if this is going to become relevant or if there's a map or anything like that. You know what? Let's take this opportunity to look at the reference card. Let's see what secrets we can glean from that. Oh, it's just literally a couple of pages that tells you how to play the game. That's quite nice. I mean, I suppose I could have worked that out from the name. Also, I did work it out. To attack, we click on the part of your opponent that you want to mangle. And I can defend. Okay, this is going to be really important. I have been guilty in the past of not really blocking during combat in games. I'm gonna give this a real try. Oh my god, this is the save menu. Look at the bulge on him. My god. I think his tattoo is awful, and his amulet looks more like he's into puppy play. Oh, Jesus Christ, help Hulk Hogan down there. Maybe we don't help Hulk Hogan. How many punches can you take, friend? I'm coming. Oh, are you dead? You might be dead. Ow, I might need to block. No, I ran away! God damn it. Oh my god. There we go, blocked. Ow, didn't block in time again. I might die in a second. I died! Okay, it turns out the combat's really finicky and weird. Why did it show the box for the game before exploding? Oh, this could be rough. Hit his legs. See, why is this one so easy? It doesn't even hit me. Stop it! Oh my god, the controls are annoying. What the hell is that? Oh, this must be the magic screen. I right-clicked like 15 times. There we go. Getting some shots off now. Don't know how many we need. Wow, that felt like random chance. I just clicked fast enough and he stun-locked himself. Thank goodness you came along. They were pounding the daylights out of me. Came right out of nowhere, killed me horse, ate it in front of me, the vermin, and then proceeded to eat every single book and painting I had in me cart. Are these buggans, orcs, goblins, kobolds, various spooks? Insane things. They're all over the place lately. Sometimes they leave me alone, but these beasts came straight out of the dark and were all over me before I knew it. 20 to 30 books, I'd wager. 5 nice paintings too.
I'll collect old books and relics and sell them to other collectors when I can.
I mean, that's not that big a collection. You can just get more. Although, no, it might be ancient times. Ancient, magical, medieval fantasy books might be quite hard to come by. Is that all we can ask of you? We're not going to get like a special treat or something? I've got 880 experience, by the way. How do I level up? I don't know if I need to reach a level with a certain amount of experience, if it'll go, ba-da-ding, you've leveled up. Or if it's one of those things where I just have to put experience into these points as we go. Oh, there is a map. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where the hell was I meant to be going? There's a restricted area we could go to. We could go to the archives, or we could go to the quoits. Let's go down to the archives. Or not. I can't seem to move anywhere. I can only go to the restricted area.
Pipers, please.
I just got a passport today. I mean, I already had a passport, but I lost it. And I was very worried about the whole thing because I'm traveling to another country in a couple of weeks as of the recording of this video. And I had to apply for a whole new passport because I didn't have the previous passport number. Although it does mean I have to go to Spain. Ugh. Sorry, I don't have any papers. Are we? Oh, God, Jesus! The passport authority are very brutal in this world. Instead of going out that way, let's go out this way instead. I don't appear to have a quest log of any type. Oh, see, this is new. There's a corpse. 2 gold pieces. Lovely. How many gold pieces do I have now? A key! I have to double click on things. I understand. I wouldn't be particularly fazed if I saw a dead body on the street. I think I'm simply built different. Everybody's seen bodies. It doesn't seem like that big a deal. A loose bar. I knew there was something there. Take the loose bar as well. A broken lock prevents the gates from opening. But I've got a key! Maybe I shouldn't be going into the jail, considering there's a corpse outside of it. But it looks a bit run down and miserable. Maybe it's not used as a jail anymore. I keep right-clicking to try and bring up the menu, because that feels like it should be the button. And then this impenetrable screen comes up. I plus fire plus rock plus water. Now cast it. I might need to learn some codes for some spells. Nothing happens. That's absolutely fine. I'll piss off. It's a new area. Please don't kill me for not having a passport. Okay, he doesn't want to talk to me, so he's not friendly, but he's not murderous either, which is a nice middle ground. Oh, good. More of this. I think this is the beginning screen. So they just, put me here for fun earlier before they teleported me to the proper room they wanted me in? Why was I here? Did I have this axe at home before I got isekaied into this world? I say the word isekai a lot. I've never actually read an isekai or seen an isekai. I believe it's a manga term. Well, time to whack the thing. I'm clicking right on the ass, and that seems to do the best results. Ow. 1 punch is fine. Oh my god, everyone's dead. The druids didn't tell me necessarily about all of this stuff happening, by the way. They went, oh, our brother's missing. They didn't tell me about all the corpses around. This is to certify that the contestant has been examined and has been deemed physically and mentally sound. Oh no, is this like a Running Man situation? Am I gonna have to fight in some sort of arena? I don't necessarily want to. The doors are locked. Well, guess who's got a key? Nothing's happening when I click on it with the key. It's not even saying nothing happens. It's just not doing anything. Reference card. Click on the item with bad kerning. Click on the item to pick it up and then click on the location you wish to use it. Not the right key, I suppose. I guess why would I assume that? If I found a key on a dead body, I wouldn't assume that it opened the first house I came across. Unfortunately, I don't necessarily know what else to do here, so I guess we just go. It's more monsters. That's fine. Oh, maybe it's not fine. Ow! Ow! Jesus Christ, run away! Get away from there! Jesus Christ! I think it's the ones with the fins on their backs and the more defined scales. They're the difficult ones. Although this does give us an opportunity to see whether or not I can actually heal. What I'm gonna do is leave my mouse cursor about here and just kind of sit back and sip some tea and see if it ever overtakes that. It does! It's incredibly slow. That took a little bit longer than you might expect. The combat might be too brutal with this guy unless I get lucky. Or level up. When's that gonna happen? Run in and smash him. Ow. 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 I didn't even get a chance to swing. Fight him! Fight him! Beef! Fight! I've decided his name is Beef. Jesus Christ! It really feels like random chance, and who gets the first hit is the decider of these fights, but I could easily be missing something. The block is very difficult to use, especially when their sprite is over your sprite. Ooh. See, why did that go that way? I have no idea. And I think if I had stopped clicking on that guy's head in order to click on myself to block, it would have started the loop all over again and it would have just reset my chances of winning or losing. I don't know about this so far. We have come to a fork in the road though, so I have a choice. This might just loop round. Maybe? Also, I don't know if I want to get in another fight. It's kind of miserable here. Is there no map in this game? There doesn't appear to be, but I have found, but in both the manual and the reference card, it does just list the spells that you can cast. I guess you're meant to just know them rather than learn them throughout the game. It just says here, use these spells. I can cast heal by doing earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Cast. That didn't do anything. Earth, air, fire, water, gem, cast. Oh, bring me back to the manual. Maybe I don't have enough mind points. Maybe that's the issue here. Let's try doing a fireball or something then. Yes! I don't know if that hit him or anything. Oh god. He didn't react, so there's no way of knowing. Jesus Christ in heaven. There's another one that's earth, air. It's called Rock Storm. Has that done anything? I'm so hurt. I'm just gonna leave. Oh, and we're back to Hulk Hogan now. Okay. We can go this way, but this guy's in the way. What if we try and skirt around him a little bit? Oh, contestants only. I've got a contestant badge. Good luck. You'll find our fighters a challenge, but it'll build your mettle. Oh, I don't know about this. Why am I here? I'm so hurt. The use of magic is not allowed. Well, that's not really much of an issue for me because I can't do it. Druid has been compared to Ultima 8, a game I've never played. I keep meaning to try some Ultima games, but there's so many, and they're often so old. Ultima 8 Pagan was released in 1994, also for DOS, and wasn't particularly well received compared to earlier titles. They both had the goal of creating a more stripped back, simplified, and user-friendly RPG, with less stats and buttons and simpler movement. Something to draw in new players to what can be a bloated and intimidating genre. Most of this information is coming from third-party sources, like this oddly chipper preview of the game from Interactive Entertainment Magazine, a CD-ROM publication from the mid-90s.
It's a graphics-intensive, 3D-rendered, point-and-click game specifically designed for the new player.
You're sure this is from Zyrtec?
Well, yes and no. The game was actually designed by Synthetic Dimensions, but it bears the mark of the Zyrtec dragon on the package, alright.
And this is a real role-playing game?
Isn't it pretty? Look at those beautiful graphics.
You didn't answer my question. Hey, nice pecs.
Aren't they impressive?
I can't really find many interviews with the developers of this game. I skimmed through a couple of interviews with the composer, Ben Daglish, but he doesn't mention anything about it. He was a prolific games composer in the days of the Commodore 64 and Atari ST, and when the interviewer asks him about his recent projects, he just says, "Touché, an adventure game for US Gold in 1994. We ended up scripting it and rewriting the game as well. It was a moderately good point and click, and other than that, nothing." This happens sometimes. If a game from this far in the past isn't huge, the chances of someone bothering to talk about it are slim. They generally had to go through magazines, so smaller stories were less viable. What this means for you and me is that this script is slightly more annoying to write, and some sections may just abruptly end because I've run out of things to say. This might be considered cheating, what I've just done, but I just did a quick search for Daemons of the Mind Combat, and I have come across an article in Computer Gaming World issue 140 from 1996. And I haven't read the review of the game, but they do have a little section saying salvaging the combat. And here's some stuff they have to say about it. Whoever lands the first hit during hand-to-hand combat will most likely win. A successful hit makes the target lose balance balance and delays retaliation. Repeated hits keep your opponent off balance and protect you from most attacks. Click directly on your opponent and keep clicking as fast as you can. Some battles require experimentation to determine which click will connect with the monster first. The right place to direct your hits depends on the direction they're facing and whether it is standing on an incline or on level ground. Oh my god. It also recommends saving before every fight in the game. Yep, that did work. If we just click as quickly as possible, as if you're playing an incremental game, and right in front of the meaty part of the thighs, then it seems to work okay. There's this random magazine's combat guide very specifically does not mention ever trying to block. Felt like that was conspicuous. Oh, and this respawns. It did also mention that some stuff respawns. And it's probably useful to grind, like some sort of JRPG or something. Well, I do need to kill this guy anyway because I went the wrong way in my haste. Oh god, we're back out here. Okay, I'm now at the bottom, so let's go to the archives. I understand, we have to leave through certain ways. A sign above you reads, card holders only. Archive cards must be produced at all times. Well, I don't have that either, do I? The only place I can actually go is these horrible fight pits. Sorry, no entry without an archives card. You're ripped as well, so you're gonna eat me if I try and go in, aren't you? Alright, well, bye. Maybe we can find a way to the quoits. Oh, for Christ's sake, I'm gonna have to fight this guy again, aren't I? Ah! I'd love to get speed up. I think that's the main thing I want up when I level, so I don't have to worry as much about getting hit. I'm assuming that's how it works. As I wait for my character to heal up a little bit, I've also brought up the hint guide that the game came with. I've been reading the strategies for combat, and it's basically the same as that magazine said. If you hit a monster, it's hard for the injured monster to fight back. Hit them before they hit you. Magic is the best way to hit the enemy before he hits you, except I can't tell if it's hitting him. What I do is wait until my character has hit the opponent and brought his axe all the way back. I don't know why he's talking like he's just some guy you met at the pub. What I reckon is you're the official hint guides. This is published by the publisher. That did seem to work, the rhythm thing. Although I don't know if that's just getting lucky, honestly. It's impossible to tell. I think the only way that I can go right now is into that combat arena, so we must have to do that. I really wish the druids had given me some more guidance. Maybe I just grind up this scrub, as nightmarish as he is. I've made the executive decision that we're going to the combat arena. Maybe waiting 5 to 7 minutes between each fight to heal up properly, because I can't cast a healing spell, even if I had the mana, and then just trying over and over again until it works. Beef, you've come into a nightmare. You shouldn't have accepted this quest. You're probably an accountant. Anything's better than my life at home. I'm so bored, I'm in a rut. But you weren't expecting this. I killed him! The fights get harder as you go along. That did quite a bit of damage to me already. I think genuinely I am going to have to just wait here. Like go make a fresh cup of tea until this guy heals. Which is devastatingly bad game design. I try to avoid saying things like that because I'm an idiot and know nothing about game design. I didn't go to school for game design. I sometimes am bad at articulating why I enjoy things in game design. But this is bad. They should at least give you the slightest ability to heal yourself off the bat. The fact that you start with just under the amount of mana you need to do that. Very reminiscent of Archangel, a game I played on this channel very recently and also infuriated me with its healing system. Well, I'll see everyone in a minute once this prick has regrown his kidneys. Holy Christ, I left for probably 5 to 10 minutes there. I got some fresh tea and I brought in my bin from outside after the rubbish collectors had been and brought it back into the garden. And it's still not fully healed. This is madness. I mean, this will have to do. Nope, that one's not gonna work. Oh no, maybe it will. Yes, it worked out. Well done. Sharpen your blade and go for a third. I only took a little bit of damage there, so it should only take 7 or 8 hours before I'm ready for the next one. I was saying I needed to level up speed when I leveled up, but it's got to be mind. I have to be able to cast this healing spell. Go for the legs. Hit him in the shins. It's not quite working out this time. Okay, it worked a little bit.
Tremendous courage, stranger. Make it 5 kills and I'll reward you well.
Was that 4? 3? I can't remember. Time has lost all meaning. I imagine in the video this will be cut down to about 25 seconds. I've been here so long. And now I need to heal again, so I'll see you again in a bit. The strategy guide says the more injuries you have, the less effective you are at fighting. I don't know if that means that we're just more likely to die by being hit, or if it means that we are physically less able to hit the enemy when we're injured. Because the second one would be absolutely brutal. Don't attack any adversary if you have less than half your hit points. Use a healing spell, a potion, or just walk around until you're fit again. I hate this so much. I just wanted a nice, simple RPG. Once again, this'll have to do. I have other things to do today. I can't just stand here for 8 hours just healing. Get his legs. Or just stand there. That's right. Smash him. You're not allowed to block. I'm barely allowed to block. Yes! Please tell me that was 5. Please let me out of here forever. Just one more and a tough one. Oh, good. I've killed so many things. Level me up. Oh, this will let me get to the quoits. I was just wandering around exploring, waiting for my health to come back. Well, I should probably take care of this thing first. But now I know how to get to the quoits. Whatever the hell that is. This is absolute nonsense, by the way. That was complete luck that I even found that exit. If I click here, by this grassy embankment, I go up, back around in the loop. If I go here, in the same thing, there's a little break there where there's no interactivity. If I go here, it's the map. If I go here, it's back up. Oh, hang on. This guy says he can sell me a library card. I was just going back around and seeing if he had anything else to say.
Lots of books on the library and all sorts of things. No good going there without an archives card though. I could sell you this one for 15 gold.
I don't know how to get 15 gold. How much gold do I have? You don't have enough gold. Well, I don't know what this is. Maybe the arena will give me some gold. I think I'm puzzling everything together. Or maybe you'll give me some gold. Hang on, I did save you. Do you have any gold as a thank you? I'm not going anywhere until it's safe to walk about. You have an axe. I'm not as lucky. Don't you have a big mace in your hands? I've walked around the whole island. I'm not quite full health yet still, but I'm gonna go in and fight. What is there to say? He's really quick. I got one hit off and he blocked. I dinged! Oh! Oh, I can't put any points into this? It just this isn't an RPG at all. It just automatically raises my points. Okay, well at least I can heal now. It's all coming up Millhouse. We're never going to die again. We won't have to wander around for hours anymore. It's fixed. God, I'm good. Earth, air, fire, water. A decent chunk of healing. I'll give it that. It's not as bad as I was fearing.
Here's your reward. These antique stones are very rare, so look after it.
It's not necessarily what I wanted, but okay. Oh, it's an Ogham stone. Can I sell it for food? I will say, by the way, the music is slowly drilling its way into my head and making me wish I was dead. It's not bad, especially for a DOS game. However, there is one song so far, and it just winds on and on and on. Speaking of connections to other videos I've made, the writer of this game is credited as Brenda Brathwaite, now more commonly known as Brenda Louise Romero, the wife of John Romero, of John Romero's Daikatana fame. Calling John Romero famous for Daikatana feels like a slap across the face, but it's the last video on the channel before this one, so it's fresh in my mind. They met while working on a trashy-looking Facebook game called Ravenwood Fair and got married in 2012. Druid was her first full writing credit, and she went on to write a lot of the wizardry stuff from Surtech, designed a Dungeons & Dragons game in 2003, a Tom Clancy game in 2012, and the Playboy the Mansion game from Ubisoft in 2005. She's heavily involved in archiving and preserving games, she's served on various game developer councils, is very anti-censorship, and has written a book about the role and representation of sex in video games, regularly giving talks and lectures at universities. She described her book as this massive overview of everything there is to know about sex in games, from this whole detailed history of the hot coffee incident in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, to the detailed history of early sex games, to the modern history of sex games, and mentions something I always bring up about the chainmail bikini phenomenon. There's no equal opportunity, right? You don't get to see the really hot guy in a game. Give players an option. I don't necessarily want to walk around in a game world in a chainmail thong. At the very least, give me an option to dress up. Exactly. Equal opportunity lusting, please. Otherwise it just comes across as creepy. Funnily, at the beginning of that interview I'm quoting, she states emphatically that there are no drawbacks to being a woman in games, that it's actually a huge bonus with no sexism she's ever experienced. Then talks about that stuff, as well as working in companies with no women in them, or no maternity leave, being ranked on attractiveness against other workers, getting mistaken for a booth babe, as well as the weird hostility there is from the gamers towards women devs. Definitely no drawbacks. Her last credited game work was directing 2020's Empire of Sin, made by Romero Games. It got wildly middling reviews, like pretty much everything John Romero has touched since leaving id. My speed is now high enough that I think I can just kill that guy reliably. Oh, it's all coming up, Millhouse! How do I make 15 gold without turning druid tricks? Well, regardless, I'd like to go to the quoits, please. Oh, it's some sort of standing stones. From all directions does energy come, and we absorb these astral rays and become a minute part of the universe ourselves, a flash within a million lifetimes, a momentary spark within the giant cosmic flow. By having all directions, one can travel beyond. A recess in the stone. These ones are much less wordy. Can I put that Ogham stone we just got in there? The stone clicks into place! We've done it! The stone reads north. This is going to be some sort of teleporter. My gamer's intuition is lighting up. But that means we need 2 more stones, which is a nightmare. I still don't really know what I'm doing or how to get any further.
Who do you think you are waltzing up to me with your big axe? Some kind of tough guy, eh? You won't be the first outsider I killed. And certainly not the last. I better meet your maker.
Oh no, please don't. Now, are you a policeman? Was I meant to do that? That seems really bad. You'll give her 25 gold! Never mind, we got a library card! Friend! For the love of God, don't ask me where I got this money.
I like gold better than books any day. Here, take the card.
Yippee! It's just an old card from a folder. This is clearly done on a typewriter. Now, how do I get to the archives? Oh, it's past that green man again. I finally feel like I have a foothold. Not even a foothold, a toehold in this game. Things are starting to click into place. I'm no longer feeling as helpless.
I mean, look at that.
I'm glad this doesn't have a picture on it because we're clearly not the same person. Here's my library card, my good man. Welcome to the archives. You'll find many interesting books here. We've books on magic, and upstairs you'll find many books filled with a rather strange verse. It's odd, but some say the books in the upper chambers cause them to feel different. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Have a look for yourself. Magic, why yes, there is a lot of it in this land. The druids use it, they just seem to think things and it happens. There are a couple of people who've been trying to find out about the spells they cast. It's going more and more Australian. I'll stay out of it though. Don't know if they've managed to uncover anything in here. Most of our magical volumes are quite old and worn. How many books am I gonna have to read in here? I came here to play video game, not read book. As man glanced towards the heavens, it was then that he saw in the nighttime sky the brilliant stars and worlds unknown. Maybe this is sci-fi. This millennium, though, the druids of the islands will catch a glimpse of the stars and control all that is beyond. One thing thus far we have learned. Our vessel will require a system of guidance on its long journey. Perhaps magnetizing that which comes from deep in the ground will allow us to find our true direction. So make a compass. I don't know if a compass works in space. I found a gold piece. That's quite useful. I mean, mean, I don't know what I would need it for now that I have a library card. My wealth is knowledge. There are many truths that are completely universal, and many falsehoods that also apply to all. In the next 1,000 or so pages, we will explore the not-so-universal truths. These truths that will only apply to a select few in our population. One of the most important truths is to not kill small woodland creatures on Thursdays. This really only applies to those who feel they must kill small woodland creatures at any day of the week, particularly on Thursdays. Of course, killing in itself is generally wrong, but if I said that you just shouldn't kill, then that might be construed as a universal truth, from which I am attempting to shy away. On and on it goes. You put the book back on the shelf, assuming its author must be quite mad, or at least very close to it. Approaching Monty Python humour there, which I appreciate at a certain level, but not always. It's completely hollow, and you see 15 gold pieces! We've completely reimbursed ourselves for the library card! This guy should have come to the library more. You pull a volume from the shelf. This might be the rest of the game. The rest of the shelf seems to follow it. You look past the spine of the book, actually books, and are quite surprised to see one spine linked to another. No pages at all. You see printed again and again, books by the yard. Okay, so it's another joke. Cool, never mind. I thought we were about to uncover a secret. I found 30 gold between the books! Why are people doing this? I have never gone to a library and thought, I'm just gonna sequester some money here. I imagine I need to be finding some more stones. Maybe someone in here can help me. Very fancy paintings. I mean, bad paintings, but also very fancy. Notes on fuel mixture. With the vessel complete, those in the science lab sought some way to power her. Upon Hrumi, a most powerful substance was discovered. Actrum. Tempered with the Isran of Anelli, they sought to achieve a perfect mix. It's fantasy petrol. The pages are stuck together, perhaps by blood. God, I hope it's blood. Some overambitious engineer got way too into reading about petrol mixes. Eagle's home. Cloud's kingdom. What is it? When it is freed, it can destroy entire cities, yet every man keeps it in his home. What is it? Eagle's home, Cloud's kingdom, what is it? That's probably like a mountain. It is everywhere, always, yet no one can see it. What again is it? Probably air. This makes man mightier than the swiftest lion or the strongest bear. What is it? No clue. Tools. Oh, there's so many. I'm skimming through all of these for you. Some of these books have given me, I think, maybe skill points or experience, but nothing really notable in terms of plot. Just poems and things. You don't need to see them. I just read one and it took away all my money. It was a book on poverty and then it said your pockets feel lighter. Oh my god, that's brutal. Oh my god. My last save was a long time ago. It's probably fine. I'm okay with 9 gold. Easy come, easy go. Book of Passage. This sounds important. It's actually given me a little bit of a screenshot thing. Can I have some money, please? Ooh. I just looked at this painting and it says poisonous vapors. The elemental symbols of water, fire, and air are below. Water, fire, and air, and we'll be able to commit a war crime. It's the chemical symbols for white phosphorus with magic. Maybe the Book of Passage is a passport, like the passport I have on my desk. Maybe we can now go through the restricted area? Big guess on my part, to be honest. The game is very odd and confusing. Maybe I should just smash this boy up over and over again. Because he's easy. I can take this guy down with no damage now. How many experience points do I gain? As if that would be useful to know. Because I have no idea how long it's going to take to level up again. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to rejoin you back here after I've killed this guy like 400 times. Just to see what happens. I leveled! Okay, it only took about 10 or 11 fights. Was that worth it? Not really. Let's go see about this passport. I've just crudely drawn a picture of myself in it with the word beef underneath in crayon. Terrible news, everyone. They won't accept the book as payment. God. Okay, well, I'm missing something then. I have an archives card. Are you dementia-ridden? Oh. Well, I'm already finding new stuff. As I went through and meticulously pixel hunted around, I clicked here in this tiny little square here and found a book behind the shelf called Old World Relics, which I can take. The stone circle upon the common ground is perhaps the oldest known relic of our ancient druidic world. The workings of the circle itself have never been entirely understood. Scholars agree it is powered by an energy source from the center of the earth. Of course it is. That's all I could find in that entire area. I'm gonna have to fight this freak again. I'm so sick of looking at you. Maybe you want this. You said you were a collector. Maybe you want this book. Do you want the Book of Passage? Not interested in that, sorry. But you might be interested in something. What about the Book of Relics? That seems like it'd be up your alley. Hey! A fine book indeed. It's like those I used to have in my collection. How kind of you to offer it to me. Have you an interest in relics as well? Have a look here. Here's a bar from the old stone circle. They're often given as rewards now that the circle's no longer used. Oh, that's 2 out of 3, was it, down? No idea where to go next. The smooth end of the bar fits somewhat clumsily into the lock. Jimmying it around, you force it open. I never would have got that. Remember when we got the iron bar in this fence ages ago? I just checked the strategy guide again and it said, maybe try using that iron bar around the entrance to the jail. On the lock, and it opens. I mean, I suppose I should be happy that we're through. Are we friends or are you angry? I don't know what kind of prison this is. No, you're not friendly. Always go for the legs. There we go, it wasn't that bad. I fought worse than you in the arena. An inscribed stone bar. Is that the 3rd one we needed? Oh my god, we've done it. I think we might be the best to ever do it. You reach between the stones, that's not his shoes. I need to pixel hunt around every sprite, because you never know what will come around. You see, it's not a ring at all, but a bracelet. Let's go in here. I got a key ages ago. Is this key finally going to be usable? I gasped in joy and it made me cough. You'll need papers to get beyond here. Of course I need papers. I always need papers. If you're wishing to do otherwise, then come closer and I'll be happy to accommodate you. Oh, he's right off the bat trying to fight me. One of your guards already is dead outside. In fact, 2 of them are. He might have killed the other one. Maybe I put him down like a rabid dog. The accommodations are death. Yeah, we got that. I guess I'll leave again, because I don't feel like getting beaten to death by a guard. You know what though? Let's try. Drop a coward's save and just try this boy. Oh my god! He packs a punch. Sorry about your friend. Druid is set in the mystical, fantastical land of Navan. Navan, or An-Uiv, is a town in County Meath. It sits about 50 kilometers north of Dublin and has nearly 34,000 people, making it the 9th largest town or city in Ireland. It was formerly founded by the Normans in the 1100s and is twinned with 2 towns in Italy. The name Navan is a corruption of An-Ova, guessing on the pronunciation of that one, a nearby prehistoric tomb named after a mythological figure, which got turned into An-Uiv, which means cave or crypt. It got renamed Navan, probably as a result of Anglicization. I can't really keep this up for much longer. I know nothing about Navan outside of people making fun of it. It's just a standard Irish town. Pierce Brosnan is from there, who everyone will know. And if you're Irish, you'll know Tommy Tiernan, Hector O'Cheochagan, Arthur Matthews, and Dylan Moran from there. It produces a lot of comedians, apparently. Its train station closed down in the 50s, and they turned their nice old post office into a McDonald's. Navan. Well, I've got the 3 things, I guess we'll go. The stone clicks into place. The stone clicks into place, yes! Now I don't know, are we meant to just align all these? Like get them all to read north? From all directions does energy come, and we absorb these astral rays and become a minute part of the universe ourselves. Or maybe we just do like the cardinal directions? By having all directions, one can travel beyond. Let's assume this is north, north, east, south, west? It reads east. It reads south. It reads south. Nope, change that one. If this doesn't work, I'll be devastated. Hey, it's a muscle boy again. Hello, muscle boy.
Most impressive. The brothers didn't think you would understand it. Ogham, the language of the druids.
Ogham, Jesus Christ.
North, south, east and west. Yes, you are quite ready to begin your travels, I should say. Let us be off to Kyo.
Sorry, that's shot me through the heart. It's like when you watch a trashy horror movie and they try and make it vaguely Celtic pagan themed, and they start saying things like Samhain.
Welcome to
Jesus.
Kyo. This is my home, and I'm sure my people will welcome you as well. I've provided you with some gold for any necessities you may need. When you've had a look around, meet me in my audience chambers. And as for Lawson, I suspect there's something about at the edge of town, near the excavation site. I've only heard rumors, of course. I don't know if you'll find any more than that, though I am hopeful. Lastly,
Why did
this
you wait
stone
so
circle
long?
we stand on will allow transport back to the common ground.
New music, and it's very aggravating. There's no audio balancing, by the way, in this game. You can't raise the speech relative to the music or anything. You can turn off the music entirely and the effects and just have it muted. Or you can put them on, and that's really it.
And I'm sure my
Oh god, I
people
started
will
him off
welcome
again.
you as
Leave the area, please.
I've provided
He's gonna
you
keep
with some
talking
gold
unless you
for
leave right now.
Any necessity.
You have a palace? I don't know how I like that. I thought druids were meant to be like one with nature. I think more of Versailles than I do humble druidic practices. Let's go to Dweir. It's a town, I think. And some bread! I am always gagging for floor bread. I will take any opportunity. My god, the whining in the background. Is that the music? It is. There's just this tinnitus style hiss in the background.
Welcome to Kyon Square. Finest wares available. Ah, well, sometimes. We've barely anything left now. The villagers cleared us out for Beltane.
Is it possible that that's an anglicized corruption of Baltana? Well, if you have nothing to offer me except floor bread, I guess I'll leave. I only have 9 gold! That guy probably only gave me a 5. You have a palace! I'll let Navan in there again, not since some lousy thief stole my knife. Are you gonna hurt me if I go in there? I have rarely found music this annoying. It feels like I've been punched hard in the head, and there's just this ringing. Door's locked there as well, of course it is. Oh no, what are you doing here? I don't like these freaks either, but I don't know about public executions. The villager is obviously much more interested in the creature in the ring than you, but look at my rippling abs. I've got like an 8-pack. Here for the big fight. We're waiting on a contestant. No takers for the fight yet. If you're brave enough, give it a try. Go see the ringmaster. Only the best fighters there get in the ring. If they beat 3 of the creatures, they carry the mark of the sacred stone circle for a year. It's a sacred relic from the stone circle, and he who carries it is considered the greatest fighter in the land.
Hive, watch yourself. If you want to push people around, get in the ring.
I've decided the people in this village should have a very specific accent. It's about time, gentlemen. We may have a contestant. Who knows how many gold pieces they've wagered on you. I'll need your papers before I can let you up there, though. I don't have any papers. Asterix the Druid or whatever didn't give me any passport. Oh my god, there are so many doors. I'm assuming these are all locked because they don't have the little exit symbol. Now we're talking. Let's rob someone. Let's steal some wine. Okay, we're actually stealing wine. This is how you can tell it's an adventure game. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything here to do in town without getting papers first. We need to find a dastardly thief. Have you seen a dastardly thief, sir? Maybe in the Broad Oak Woods or the Black Mountains? Are you angry at me? You strode forward very angrily. There's an axe there. Can I take a cool, shiny axe? Oh! No, please, run away, run away, what are you doing, run away? I'm so hurt already. I don't think I'm getting past this man. Now, that doesn't mean I won't try 5 or 6 more times to make sure, but you don't have to watch that. I did it! I want this axe. I've decided. A new axe and a pair of bracers. Yes! +2 beef strong. Never dying again. I've said that before, I'm sure. You dare to take on beef? Did you steal that nice person's knife? The axe does nothing different. I suppose thinking about it, all this is going to do is make it so that we have to hit them slightly less. It's not going to make us more likely to hit. We're wearing bracers, but no chest piece. Can I get some armor? There we go. We're actually taking these guys out. Man, he does not like pathing on this bridge. Beef was designed to waddle along flat ground, not go up ramps. He doesn't know what's going on. He's confused. I wonder how many of these deaths I've left in. I'm guessing probably about 1/5 at the most. And I bet you're already annoyed as hell at that noise. Smacked him. Oh, okay. That took so long. That took so long. You have no idea how long that took. You'll notice all my mana's gone, because I had to wait to heal. I guess this is the excavation site. He said something might be found here. Please, no more fighting.
Excuse me, buddy. Where's your headgear? Rules is rules, you know. Hey, wait a minute. You the inspector? Astor said you'd be around. Come to check out the core? Been going on a while and going well, I guess. So far, though, we've just uncovered lots of iron ore and dirt. We drill into the earth and eventually we'll come out the other side. At least we hope so. When we find land there, we'll claim it as part of Kion's empire. We're going through the earth, across the seas, and I even hear they're going through the air.
Batches of iron ore. Can I take it? I might need a pickaxe or something. This wasn't helpful. Oh, this guy will sell me a pickaxe for 12 gold, which unfortunately I don't have. I don't know if I've soft-locked myself here, because I used to have like 60 gold, but now I've only got 9. Also, I had a thought. Will the competitors' papers for the arena work on you? Yay! Please give me money. I desperately need it. Am I allowed to use magic here? I might want to, like, just to soften him up a bit. Okay, that was fine. 2 more and you'll bear the mark of Kion's most prized fighter. Okay, good stuff. If it's just the same one each time, that's actually not too bad. Oh! Okay, never mind, it's awful. Run away. Smack. Smack. Now, unfortunately, casting those 2 spells, which I don't know if they did anything, has drained enough of my mana that I can no longer heal, and I'm going to have to sit here for a while. Let's see if we can get lucky. We didn't get hugely lucky. I don't like this fight. And I think it is actually the case, as I'm playing through this game, that the more hurt you are, the less likely you are to hit. Now, I don't know if that's just a sort of placebo thing that's happening to me, that I put it in my own head, and now it feels like it's true. But it does feel like it's true. Whenever I go into a fight with lower than like 3/4 health, it seems like it does worse. Whereas if I go in with max health, I'd never take any damage. I suppose you could argue, how are you taking damage in the first place then? Look, nothing's foolproof. I'm just gonna say now, I've been recording for over 3 hours now. This might condense to like 40 minutes of footage. So much of this game is standing still waiting for your bars to recover. Guess I have some bread. I could use some bread. That probably heals me, but then I'm out of bread. Why would I use that instead of the replenishable thing of the mana? At this point, every time I die, it feels like I'm actually getting throttled in real life. There we go, now we're in a loop. See what I mean? If you're full health, you just hit easier. And it did nothing to me, so now I'm ready to go into the next one immediately. And it's completely random aside from that. Blocking does nothing. The spells don't really do anything either. Oh, Christ. See you in a second, everyone. It's so easy when it's easy. It's so hard when it's hard. Wait, did I get another stone? Did I need these? Congratulations, a master of combat we have seen. Your brother may bear the mark and may all know you as a champion. I was really banking on there being money for this. Please somebody pay me. I'm gonna go wander around in the woods hoping to scrounge up 3 gold so I can buy a pickaxe, so I can get some iron, to probably charm some sort of mystical giant. I don't know. I was wondering how adventure gamey this would be. The answer is quite. Why am I in this house? Why is it covered in straw? Looks like my guinea pig's bed. Druid, Demons of the Mind got a mixed to positive reception. It's slightly too obscure to get Metacritic or game rankings pages, but what got written isn't damning. Common criticism went towards the controls, the combat, and whether you actually enjoy the melding of adventure and RPG. Most sources thought the game was graphically lovely, and heavily praised the story and writing, with Next Generation magazine calling it well crafted and deep. Where are they from? US magazine. Yeah, that sounds about right then. They actually loved it, giving it a 4 out of 5 and saying, if there's a happy medium between computer role-playing games and graphic adventures, Surtech seems to have found it. They admit the interface and controls can be awkward and clunky, but says they succeeded in their goal of creating something good for newcomers. If you're just getting into either genre, this one does a great job of taking some of the best aspects of both. Computer Gaming World was less kind. Their 2.5 out of 5 review complains about the combat being hopelessly difficult or childishly simple depending on when you learn the right tricks, as well as bemoaning the pixel hunt nature of the puzzles and the disappointingly short and uninteresting nature of the game's multiple endings. I said it was compared to Ultima earlier, not always kindly. Arcane Magazine echoed the other complaints and said, you end up with something of a poor man's Ultima 8? Let's look at that CD-ROM review again, if just for the vocal inflections.
While the idea of keeping things simple is an admirable one, they just took it too far.
Got an example handy?
Well, the most obvious one is combat. A monster won't attack you unless you walk right up to it.
Can you sneak up on your opponent?
Nope. You can't fight anything unless you look it square in the eye when you take your first blow.
So what does the save game screen look like in Druid?
Just like this.
Hey, pretty.
Well, the whole game is pretty, but let's think function, shall we? There are only 3 slots here, and you can't name them, and there are no thumbnails. This is an impressive piece of work, even if it didn't completely ring my bells.
Well, most people probably aren't as picky as you are. There's definitely a market for simpler beginners games with all those multimedia PCs being sold these days.
Yeah, I can recommend Druid to a new player without much guilt. But if you're an experienced role player, it's probably a better idea to wait for Shadows over Riva.
Retrospectively, it seems to have held up the same, mixed to good. Old PC Gaming called it mercifully short in a 2017 write-up.
Moderately challenging, short, conventional, and not all that interesting.
Whereas Home of the Underdogs loved it, saying,
The story and world consistently fascinate, and the puzzles, while often easy, are logical and interesting. Above all, Druid Demons of the Mind is a lot of fun.
It really depends on how much you like the story compared to how much you hate the interface, and how much an RPG in your adventure game upsets you, and vice versa.
I don't suppose you've seen any bottles of wine?
I have!
I haven't taken them, have you? Robbers, robbers. I swear it's like this every year. I've hidden several bottles of my best. I thought I'd save them for Baltana. Now it's all I have. The joke's on them though. It's undrinkable until it's aged a bit. I wish I had it back. I think it will be an excellent vintage. My many thanks. This wine will be a pleasure when she's aged. Here, take these bottles instead. They've been aged properly. I used to serve the same to Astor in his chambers many years ago.
But I have one nice bottle and one bad bottle of wine, I guess. Speaking of adventure games, every time I go to a new place, I am just kind of doing this all over the screen until it goes red. Has been quite pixel hunty so far. See, there's something there. Isn't this orb? There's a pear. Sap oozing from the back of a tree. That's definitely what that is. This is the problem with this game as well. I have to save before interacting with anything, because he might just eat this. I don't know, look at him. He doesn't even know where he is. Astor's Palace now? Right into a fight. I'll save you, friend. Noble Beef is here. Thank God I got off a good shot. Oh, never mind, you're dead. That might have been meant to happen. Look at me.
Look at me.
Are you okay? Are you dead and it just doesn't look like it? I am walking over your head. Hello. Why are you angry at me? I'm a guest of your master or whatever, or are you just a random bandit?
I apologize for the behavior of my guard.
What? That was your guard? Why didn't you say anything?
Diligent in carrying out his duties. I shall try to ensure that you are not similarly diverted from your task again. But my people love me dearly, and are sometimes too zealous in their desire to protect me. I am sure you understand.
I do not understand at all, even for a second. What the hell are you talking about? You just stood there and watched us fight. Are you getting off on this? Are you hard right now? Yeah, this doesn't look malevolent at all. You're probably raising the dead. Probably to perv on them. A reddish-purple stain. I don't even want to know what that is. That stain is the only thing that isn't reddish-purple on that mat. It's obviously a white stain. A giant hand over the head of a knight. In the corners of the tapestry are symbols representing earth, mind, fire, and mind. I should really be writing these down in a notebook. Don't hurt me. Ooh, what's this? Oh god, you're gonna hurt me is what's happening. Part of a clock face. Yeah, take it. Take everything. Just steal, you klepto.
Hey, don't go down those stairs. Access is restricted, and if you insist on trying, you'll find out why. I am commanded to kill all who attempt to pass.
I'm friends with your boss. Can you please just stop this? I'm friends with your boss. Do you feel good about yourself? Oh God, you're gonna be angry too. Is this a part of the clock face? The cool water soothes you and makes you feel magical in a way you've never known before. Apparently, you gather, the well's waters are enchanted. You just assume. Oh, you are angry. Never mind. Everyone's angry. What happened to, I'll ensure that this doesn't happen in the future? I dinged! Did an actual clap there. That's so embarrassing. My mind is really climbing up. Beef is learning to read as we go through this game. The clock's hour hand is missing. Well, I know what to do about that. As you place your hand on the clock face, you hear a click from the other side of the room. Was that door locked and now it's not? I'm not really sure what happened there. That's more people to kill and a key. I mean, I'm level 4. You're never gonna win again. There's simply nothing you can do against me. Kreitzer's diary. Who's Kreitzer? Was that the guy we just killed? If so, it's a bit late for a diary. On the building of Kjom's first water vessel. She'll measure full 8 feet in length and span nearly 3 feet. That's a small boat. I've been called by the science boys. That's not what that says. I've been called to the science bays to work on yet another vessel. This one will sail through the air. I prefer not to leave Kjon, but Astor has given me no choice. If we could have finished the boat, our only means of escape. I think these druids are very evil. I think that's what's happening here. We shouldn't be killing these guards. They seem to be planning some sort of revolt. Astor's diary. We have had problems with a worker drinking from my well. I've commissioned the finest fighter from town to guard these chambers. I won't share my power with anyone. It's fun to see a mere mortal mess with magic. Town meeting held today to announce the arrival of our brother. I've labelled him an inspector from the common ground so the people will perhaps talk more freely. It's a new land, and its magic evidently is something new too. With time, I offered he will learn its ways, which mostly is true. Of course, he being a half-druid, there are upper limits to those powers. The progress is satisfactory, though no direct evidence of Lawson's disappearance has surfaced. I suspect those who know his whereabouts, be they here on Kjon, will eventually break. Jesus, this goes on for a bit. We must be patient. I shall go to the common ground today to meet with my brethren and reveal to them what news I have on Lawson. I suspect our dear half-brother will not be far behind. This is unbelievably suspicious. Ugh. Is this a sewer? What am I looking at here? Oh, good. And there's a boat. And there's a stolen knife! It's all coming up beef! Damp note. At the very last something, they saw that I had left behind this wretched locked door. I suspect I will be soon. They took all my gold and something, your knife. It is still within me. They took it from my hands and used it to take my life. You were right, it is a fine blade. From Tark. Right, so something very shady is going on. The plot is kind of becoming real. I might quickly go back and give that guy that knife. We'll get these potions first, although I feel like this room might be a trap. Astor's dipper. I don't want to fiddle with his dipper. Also, that's clearly a ladle. Does anybody call that a dipper? Is that what the Big Dipper is? I always thought that name was insane. Something glints in the clear waters of the well, but it's just out of reach. The dipper catches a heavy object which you place in your pocket. God, I'm good. What is it, a log? It's another stone! We're the best at this game. Ignore the corpses. Hi, Astor. There's absolutely no reason to go down there.
What news do you bring me of my dear brother Lawson?
None. Bye. For the love of Christ, give me some money. It might be a Sierra-style game where you can softlock yourself without really knowing. If I don't get money from this person for giving their knife back, you're the one who took it, eh? He holds the knife in his hands briefly and then thrusts it back towards you. What have you done to it? It tingles in my hand. Is it a Hitachi brand knife? If it bears a curse, you keep it, and may it prick your conscience every time you look at it. I did nothing. What, so I just get a knife and he doesn't give me any money? Jesus Christ. Wait, no, I have the note. So it wasn't you who took my knife, but my brother. And now he is dead. He told me of his plans to seek the land beyond. A land he will now never find. He planned to go far away and find his peace. Yet all he found was his grave. It is just a rumor, I tell you. Tarek believed in it, though. Another world. A place where people could be free and live without fear of violence. It's insane! I know nothing more. The Druid's men have already questioned me. You may take this knife. It bears my brother's blood and trembles in my hands. Yippee! I'm gonna steal your stuff. The combination of mind, air, mind, air, mind, and mind had great power when used with the black stone. So if we find like a new gem for our amulet, maybe? Mega heal. Well, that's where we're ending this video, I think. With the knowledge that we may have ruined our run forever because we'd lost 3 gold in a drain somewhere and so we can't buy a pickaxe from this man. Even though we are apparently the chosen one. I don't know how I feel about this game. I find it a tiny bit charming and I can't really explain why. Because everything about it is not very good. The graphics are pretty good for the time. 1995, I think this came out for DOS. This is pretty solid. The story is kind of interesting. Quite enjoying finding out these bits and pieces of intrigue about the druids and piecing together what's going on. That's genuinely compelling, I think. It's why I played more, to be honest. We all know what I'm going to say next. The combat, among the worst I've ever played in a video game. Not even because it's difficult, because in a way it isn't difficult. It's just purely luck-based. It's like throwing a d6 1 to 3, you die. If it comes up 4 to 6, you win. Absolutely miserable. In a way, I would almost rather it was really difficult, because then there's a chance you could get better at it. Both the strategy guide and that review have said, just start chopping, hope you hit first. That is a horrible way to make a game. The healing system is dreadful. The interface is not very good or intuitive. Moving around is unsatisfying, and that's a real problem in a video game. If the moment-to-moment gameplay is not very good, if it's not fun to just wander around and explore. It combines some of the worst parts of RPGs, which is the wandering around and lots of combat and it being a bit obtuse to control, with some of the worst aspects of adventure games, which is slightly nonsensical puzzles and pixel hunting. But it's some of the good parts too, and the vibes are there. This is something that's hard to define and it's very personal, but I kind of like what's going on. I like that it's taking itself quite seriously while having everybody look like they're starring in a Conan the Barbarian porn parody. I will never forget the sleeveless wizard robes. That rocks. That's so dumb. There is no women either. It's like watching 300. It's all oiled muscle men with rippling biceps and abs. As I look up more about this game as we approach the end of this video, it seems like it's quite short. So I'll probably end up finishing this. Whether it appears on the channel again or not really depends on the viewership and like ratio. So if you really want to see more of this, let me know. But just as a curiosity, I'm really glad I tried it out. Also, I went onto a walkthrough just there, just to see if I had massively ruined everything and I have to throw this save out and start again. This walkthrough recommends grinding to level 15 on that one green goblin character. The one that I used to grind a level earlier. It wants me to get to level 15. Apparently that makes the game easier and mitigates a lot of the combat, so maybe I'll do that if I ever come back. I mean, it's a damning indictment on the game that I've been recording for 4 hours now. I mean, you can see the length of this video. Imagine how much I've cut, which was just me standing still, waiting to heal, smashing my face into the brick wall of each enemy over and over and over again until it fell over. If I did grind, that would probably be alleviated a great deal. But the fact that you have to do that is insane. I shouldn't have to kill the same goblin man 400 times in order to play your game without being frustrated. I will leave a link to this game in the description if you'd like to check it out. It runs in DOSBox with an installer from the Internet Archive, because nobody owns this, it's abandonware as hell. It feels like when I got to the end of the Daikatana video recently and said I didn't mind it, I was shocked at myself, and I'm shocked now too. Why do I like this? It's impossible for me to explain. It has kind of a handmade exploratory charm to it. It feels like they didn't really know what the hell they were doing, in a way that an indie B-movie feels. And I find that sort of thing charming. I think it might have been a mistake this character doesn't speak at all. I would like some sort of dialogue list, like a Fallout or something. Give him some personality. As it is, the conversations feel quite blank and sparse. It doesn't necessarily feel like you're playing a character or getting involved that much. I suppose what I'm saying is that I like this game despite its manifold and immense flaws. On a technical level, this isn't good and you shouldn't play it. But if you're like me, and you've thought, there's something here, then I'd recommend this. If you've looked at this and thought, Jesus Christ, then please don't play it. You will be immensely miserable. I was miserable through large portions of this. It's just that my brain is already getting rid of those chunks of memory like an old filing cabinet that's been dropped in a puddle.
Greetings, babes. Come to see the tide go out, did ya? That's what most come to the beach for. Hoping to find something Worcestershire. Sure, babes. I find lots of stuff and try and sell it. Found an old pail here this morning. Have a look around yourself. At night, sometimes you can hear voices far out on the water. I can't hear what they say, but I know I hear them. Some say it's all in me head, but I don't care.
I'm glad I talked to you before the end. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed yourself, I would encourage you to watch more videos on the channel. A lot of them have the same kind of flavour. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. These things all help immensely, and I just really enjoy reading comments. You can even become a member of this channel for just €1 a month, which gives you access to extra videos occasionally as a nice little thank you, as well as receiving a lovely warm feeling in your tummy for helping the less fortunate. I stream on Twitch 3 or 4 times a week. I'm on Blue Sky and Letterboxd. I have a Discord server. All of these links will be in the description, as well as the game like I mentioned earlier and the music that was used throughout this video. Regardless of what you do, thank you so much once more for watching, and I hope to see you for the next one. Bye! Why is my inventory a little gold me? I never questioned that once.